to say while you're in Honduras?
Seriously?
This video is brought to you by Connecting Internet, the official internet provider of Life Redesigned, and what we rely on to stay connected wherever we go. If you need fast, reliable, unlimited internet, check out the link in the video description. Well, here we are. As you see in the beginning of the video, we've had quite a ride, and this is a video we've we've hesitated on putting out there. And before we get started, I want to say if you're looking for an RV video, this probably isn't going to be it for you. It's a little bit different than our normal style video, but we've had a lot of things going on in the past 8 or 9 months, and the reaching out of the community has been kind of overwhelming for us at times. And this is a way just to kind of bring everybody up to speed as to what's going on here with not only Life Redesigned, but with Karri as well. So we're going to basically just kind of start from the beginning and bring you up to where we are now.
Yeah, but before we do any of that, we need to thank a couple people. And so we're going to start off and say, Izzy and MJ from Endless RVing, thank you so much for your email.
Now, we originally put out a video letting our viewers know what was going on with Karri from Maine. We never expected the amount of people reaching out. Was very overwhelming, so much so that we actually had our children come in and just handle the amount of emails. Never in our wildest dreams did we ever think this platform would be a successful platform for us, or never even thought that the impact we would have on an RV community of all things would be what it is. And us being in the world of YouTube, we are a very tiny little segment with our 41,000 subscribers, and to have these really large channels like Izzy and MJ reach out was really thank you. And it meant an awful lot, not only to Karri but to myself, so much so that we just found out recently about the emails. That's how far behind we are, and we have reached out to them since then, but we just wanted to publicly thank Izzy and MJ for reaching out. This goes back to what we've talked about, community, and how many awesome people there are, not only in the RV segment, but in the YouTube realm as well.
Well, speaking of channels, we can't forget Matt from Liquefied and Matt's RV reviews.
Absolutely.
I don't even know what to say other than thank you.
If you haven't caught our series of videos about what RV life starting out has been over the past few weeks, as we've kind of regrouped and kind of restructured ourselves. Matt is an amazing person, and what he's built is absolutely incredible. And I'm going to put an overlay here of what Matt has been doing for Life Redesigned. I'm here at the Tampa RV Show with Matt from Matt's RV Reviews. That's right, the Alliance. My God, it's happening. Speaking of Alliance, we're here at Alliance with Matt.
Yes.
Tell us, what are we doing here? What are you working on? What do you have going on for redesigners at home?
Yeah, so 2026, I partner with Blue Compass RV. Really exciting. And then we also have Liquefied launching and Liquishine, which is my brand of RV toilet tank treatment. And
it's all gone because everybody took it all. They sold it all.
No. I'm Matt's RV Reviews here, but we have a Liquefied booth inside. But listen, I know I try to sponsor, I try to pay, I try to promote and show love. He wouldn't accept it, so I want you to pick a charity.
Oh, jeez. On the spot?
On the spot.
On the spot. American Heart Association.
American Heart Association. Use promo code Life Redesign. You get 15% off, and then we donate 10% to the American Heart Association, because you won't take our money.
No, we won't take your money. We do respect what Matt has done for the RV community and redesigners. If you're looking for a real product, get it from Matt. Liquefied is the official toilet tank treatment of Life Redesigned, because we've been using it for how many years now? Like 2 or 3.
Well, thank you. Hey, if anybody knows a thing or two about a stinky black tank, it's this guy.
Nobody does it better than a prime poop position.
Thank you.
So that video was spontaneous at the Tampa RV Show. We walked up and said hello to Matt. Matt knew what the situation was going on, and Matt, just being awesome, was simply, hey, I'd like to do something here, and this was all in real time. And to date, we are proud to announce that we've raised $500 for the American Heart Association, working with Matt and Liquefied. And if you need a tank treatment for this season, I highly recommend you go into Liquefy. We'll leave a link in the video description. Use our code. Not only will you get one of the best damn tank treatments on the planet for RVs, but you'll be also contributing to the American Heart Association, which is a phenomenal cause. Now that I've got those two things out of the way, let's back up.
Oh, geez.
And for those of you who don't know, we were in Maine roughly in September, and Karri had been having some heart issues. I was working one day, and I'll leave a link to the full videos in the description as well, or you can go back in the archives in case I forget. But Karri was rushed to a local hospital, and at the time, they had stopped her heart medically three times. And we had been told that her heart rate was over 220, and since then we found out some additional stuff, but I'll get to that in a moment. It was taken to the hospital, and they diagnosed you at that point.
At that point, it was SVT.
And we kind of, once we got the okay to leave, we kind of just went about our way, and we planned our routes accordingly to meet up with some doctors and cardiac specialists in the Myrtle Beach area. And everything was going well until we got all the paperwork from the Maine doctors and found out there was some interesting things that they didn't tell us. And one of them was that heart rate of 220 was not correct, because it was actually...
It was over 300. I don't remember the exact number, but it was over 300.
It was about 320 from the paperwork that we've received, which is a big difference.
A little bit.
Behind the scenes, Karri and I have been doing different things, and we've been traveling, but kind of staying on the East Coast until we can get this resolved. And we came down to the Myrtle Beach area where we met with a cardiologist who performed...
I had an echocardiogram, and like a month and 2 weeks later, I finally received the results from that.
So it took over a month. This is what we've been dealing with, between doctors up in Maine not giving us the proper information to doctors down here just not giving us any information because they decided to go on vacation or whatever they did. And we're happy to report that that particular cardiologist is no longer with the group. And we're okay with that. So one good thing that came out of that doctor, who is no longer with the group anymore, was the fact that you had been diagnosed at that point.
Yep. At that point, it was AFib and atrial flutter, and there was also an artery that was pretty much clogged.
Yeah, so we tried while we were in Florida to meet with some cardiologists there, thanks to a lot of people and their advice and their recommendations. And we just couldn't get anywhere. We were told, basically, continue with your life. Everything's going to be okay. There's people that live with this. She's on medication. You're going to be fine. Yep. And we had cruises planned. One we took, which we did really well, no problems. Nope. And then the second one, which was rather kind of unplanned. Well, we knew about it, but it was our son was proposing. Yes. And we were out on that cruise that went to Honduras, which you saw at the beginning, and that's what we're getting to now. So why don't we walk through what happened in Honduras? And
we woke up, it was fine, showered, whatever, went for breakfast, and I'm like, something feels a little off, so I checked my heart rate. And at that point, before breakfast and before taking any medicine, it was at 137. Keeping in mind, this was an exciting time, so it's going to be elevated anyway, because I'm not going to stop being happy. I'm not going to stop being, nervous for my kid. I'm not going to stop any of that. So we ate breakfast. I took the medicine. We decided we were going to go to the beach and meet, up with RJ and Danny and some of her family. And we get to the beach and everything's okay. And then I started getting a headache, and I'm like, oh no, because that's how it started before. So I went in the water thinking the water was cool enough and it would shock you almost. And the water was warm. It was beautiful. So I swam for a minute. No, it didn't help. Went back, sat down, and I told Bob, I'm like, I got to go back. So he put me beforehand under like a really cold shower, thinking that might help too.
Those outdoor showers that
Yeah.
they have for rinsing off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did that. That didn't help. And we started to walk back to the ship. And there was no way I was going to make it back. So I told him, I said, I need to sit down for a minute. And as I sat down, I got physically sick. And
Yeah.
he knew at that time that there was something had to happen because I wasn't making it back by myself.
So the one decision I made right then and there was that she was not going to a hospital in Honduras.
God, no.
Just because logistics and, let's face it, fear of the unknown. I don't know their medical system there. I'm not really good with the language or the culture or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So my main goal was to get her back on the ship, which was about a half-mile away-ish. So we were able to get a hold of security at the port. Long story short, we get a wheelchair service, and after some harsh direction on my part, got her to the ship, onto the ship, and into the medical facility on board, where we met an amazing doctor from,
She was from South Africa.
and she ran a gluttony of tests. And you know, we're going through this thing of financially we're in a good position, but at the same time you want to be making sure that you're not spending $80,000
Right.
on medical on ship because it's expensive.
And we have travel insurance, but still.
But we limited certain tests just to make sure the tests that we did take were priority, and she ran an EKG
Yep.
and some
Like a
other
blood panel.
and blood panels to make sure that, you know, one, she didn't have a heart attack, two, whatever else could have been there, we were able to eliminate all that. Probably, honestly, some of the best medical care we've received anywhere was on that Carnival ship. So I want a huge shout out to Carnival Cruise Lines for just being amazing. Once inside the medical facility on board, a few hours later, Karri vomited again and boom, shocked herself back to being normal.
What do they call that? Cardio version. And I know as soon as I get a headache, it takes me twice and then I'm okay. But when it's hot to boot, I can't. It's hard to calm yourself down.
So the rest of the cruise, we just basically stayed on the boat and just
Yay.
kind of entertained ourselves. We hung out with the kids, you know, whenever we could. We went to shows and we just did normal stuff without leaving the boat because nobody wants to have that problem. I do think we ventured off the boat in Celebration Key,
yeah.
and that was just because it was a short walk and back. So the proposal went well, for those of you wondering or didn't see the video. Our son's getting married. Awesome.
Yay.
Congratulations to them. But that does bring us to where we are today, because we are a couple of weeks out from
Yes.
finally getting fixed,
Yes.
because you will be having...
I'm finally getting an ablation. So they're going to fix the leak and they're going to 80 to 90% fix the AFib. And you know, I'm really excited. I'm nervous, but I can't wait to just feel normal again.
And that's been where we've been at, is just kind of dealing with this.
Yeah.
And we're very happy because the electrophysiologist that we have now here in South Carolina is absolutely top notch, and everything is going according to plan. But we did want to just step in and say, hey, before we go and have this procedure done, this is what's going on. And there was the laundry list of people to thank is
It's
just
huge.
incredibly long. And just know that if we don't mention you by name, we do appreciate, and we try to reach back out to everyone. But I'm quite sure, as with Izzy and MJ, that there's going to be people who slip through the cracks. And if you are one of them,
I'm
we
sorry.
are very sorry. Just please know that it was never intentional. But that should hopefully bring everybody up to speed.
Yep.
And you'll probably have noticed a calmer approach to Life Redesign. We're not getting worked up anymore. We're not going to be yelling and screaming at the top of our lungs. We're just casually going. And in
I don't
fact,
know. At the end of this, I might be screaming and running, going, yay!
but you'll see the content has changed and shifted a little bit. Some of the stuff was a little more deliberate, smaller chunks while Karri got back on her feet. And then there was some list videos that we've done, or as we call them, talking head videos. And then eventually, once we're back in the swing of things, then we can get back into just our regular random content there as well.
Yep.
But it was just something to step in and let everybody know. And again, for those of you, this came up quite a bit, and I want to make sure I'm very crystal clear on this. There was a lot of people who offered a lot of donations in a form of monetary donations. And please, while we appreciate that, and I don't think we expected that, but we appreciate that, but we don't need it. And we're in a very good spot financially. We do highly recommend that if you are in a position that you're going to make a donation, either A, get yourself some liquefied and make a donation that way. That way there you're getting something out of it. Or if you just want to make a straight up donation because you have all the liquefied you need, you can go to the American Heart Association and donate directly. I think that would mean the most to Karri and I, and we are appreciative of everything within this community. Now, before this video gets any longer than what it is, we're going to stop here, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks with an update, and until then, you'll see just regular content.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to say? Is there anything that we missed? I don't want to make this an hour-long video.
No, but if you're ever on the Carnival Mardi Gras, you got to do the roller coaster.
Yeah, I'll leave that at the end. Until next time, I am Bob, and a very prepared
I am very
upcoming
prepared,
surgery,
and I can't wait.
Karri, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye. It's so fun!
She's doing full